Hi guys, today's video will be about a project called Berachain, which is expected to have a very big airdrop in the coming future. And the reason why I'm really excited about this project and going to add it into my radar for the regular airdrop grind that I keep doing is because that it's currently in testnet phase, which means that all interactions which you will do with it will be completely free of cost. And it's gaining a lot of popularity, and a lot of projects seem to be coming into it even at the testnet phase. So, which means that if you do the right set of interactions with it, then you can be assured of a good airdrop. And I'll be sharing some of the strategies which I'm using to make sure that I get a very high allocation once the airdrop is announced, keeping in mind that what has been the criteria used by some of the projects which have been doing airdrops recently and who similarly moved from a testnet to do a mainnet launch. So as you can see, when you go to the Berachain homepage, you will be able to see that they already have a lot of apps available there on their homepage. They've already created a DEX which they call Berachain DEX or BEX, and they already have their native token called Honey. They have a separate portal for lending and supplying and borrowing their native assets. Also, for perpetual trades, they've created a separate one. Also, a governance hub for another native token called BGT. And they also have a separate portal where you can track all the blockchain transactions which are happening on the testnet. So the first step which you will need to do to get started with Berachain is to go to Chainlist and get the details and add Berachain into your MetaMask. And here you will be able to see what quantity of tokens you have. Their native token for all the transactions would be Bera. Next, you will have to go to the faucet, enter your wallet, and ask for the drip token. And here you need to keep in mind that it can be used once every 8 hours, so 2 to 3 times every day, depending on how frequently you use it. And here, as you can see, that currently they are only supplying zero point 0.1 testnet Bera, which is low. And here, as you can see, that I have more than 7 Bera because when I was usually claiming from the faucet a few weeks back, that time they were giving one Bera token with each claim. Now, with the higher traffic, they reduced it to 0.25 at times, and they have now reduced it to zero point 0.1. But when the traffic reduces, they sometimes do increase it back to 1. So keep a check on the faucet. And if you see that they've increased the faucet claim amount, do keep in mind to keep claiming it regularly so you have a good amount of testnet Bera tokens in your MetaMask. Once you've collected a sufficient amount of Bera tokens, you can start interacting with the different apps they have. The first app you should interact with is the swap, which you will have to use to convert the native Bera tokens into the other tokens which they have in their environment, specifically the some of the honey tokens and some of the ETH tokens, because that you will be using in the other apps as well. So, and if you want to increase your airdrop eligibility, then you should keep doing some transactions regularly. Like I'm making it a point to do some swaps, some liquidity creation, some staking of the governance tokens, at least a couple of times a week. So I'll have a transaction count will also be high, and if after a while they also check that how has been your transaction distribution across weeks and across months, then also you get a good spread. So after you've swapped into their native tokens, and you should provide some liquidity, and once you've provided the liquidity, you will start receiving another native token called BGT. And BGT, I think, is going to be the most important token in their ecosystem because the other tokens which are there, like Honey and the ETH and BTC equivalent in their testnet, that you can receive directly by swapping their native Bera token, which is coming from the faucet. But the BGT token for their governance, it can only be received as reward for doing any staking or lending or other activities. You keep receiving small amount of BGT. So you should keep in mind that you start receiving some BGT rewards through either creating liquidity pools and or supplying in their lend portal. And what you'll see is that slowly you'll start receiving small amounts of BGT, and you should target to start staking whatever small amounts of BGT you receive, start staking in their BGT station, so you start receiving more interest on that. And as you can see that already in their testnet, we can see that BGT is going to be a valuable token because just 0.17 worth of BGP in their testnet is worth more than $100 of the testnet tokens. And also, what I've seen is that over the also started working on the testnet. For example, this is called Honeyjar, which has already launched their portal. Their faucet is currently not working. So if you go to their faucet, you will not be able to claim anything. But one activity which you can do is when you go to their so you should keep an eye on that, that once the quest get launched, you should participate because they are planning to launch a set of quest and they've already created a platform where we'll be receiving some badges for doing the activities. So I would suggest to follow their Twitter account because they regularly give out announcements of any partnership they are doing, which are the main projects which are launching on their testnet. So you should try to get as many transactions done on different projects on their testnet. So that would improve your eligibility criteria for the future airdrop. Okay. Hope you like the video and thanks for watching.